I spent 4 days visiting the city that is also known as the city of the past and the future. This is Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo, Japan, where it is the world's most populous metropolitan area with over 37 million people, making it the largest urban area globally. Tokyo is also known for Shibuya Crossing as the world's busiest intersection, where thousands of people cross the street simultaneously in every direction. All right, I am here at a Shibuya Scramble located off of a Shibuya station. If you look behind me, this is the Shibuya Crossing. This is the main spot, especially if you go during the rush hour. I'm actually gonna go on the streetcar momentarily, and I am definitely excited to go on the streetcar. I'm gonna show you some of the clips of my time on the streetcars through the Shibuya Crossing. All right, so I'm standing here at the Shibuya Crossing. Look at all the people behind me. It's so amazing, especially outside the rush hour. Walk on the Shibuya Crossing very quickly. I have to say, coming here, it is super packed. I'm not gonna lie. I am going on the street carts. I look very silly right now, but thankfully the costumes are included. So I'm wearing one of those iguana look, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna ride the street cart. All right, so I'm on a street cart at the Shibuya Crossing. This is really cool. This is the fun part of going on the street cart. You definitely want to come here. Riding on the go-kart is amazing. It feels like you're riding on a Mario Kart, but in real life. I'm starting to like it, man. I'm feeling the adrenaline. Yo, I have to say, man, just going on the street carts, it feels like you're riding on the motorcycle, which is really good. And especially if you go to the Shibuya Crossing, you got to go through at least 4 times, but from different directions, which is really cool. So I definitely recommend it, especially if it's your first time. There are other places you can go for street carts, but definitely Shibuya is the first place you definitely should go. So worth the money. So I'm here at one of the places in Tokyo. It's called Akihabara. So Akihabara, they say it's an electric city because it's not just animes, but this is also where there are multiple video games, such as the arcade. I am at the arcade floor. So this is the fun part about coming to Japan, especially in Akihabara, is that I'm not gonna lie, there are so many arcade games here that you cannot find outside of Japan. And that's how you know Japan keeps up very quickly. So especially with the Street Fighter games and the Mahjong games, it's so cool to just see how fast and well up to date Japan is. Coming here just makes you feel like you're in the future because of how electrifying the city is, how vibrant the city is. So it's really cool to come at least once to see it. Another thing is it's not just arcades. It's there are so many anime souvenir stores, especially if you're an anime fan, such as Naruto, Dragon Ball, One Piece, you name them. I am here at this floor. It's for Square Enix. It used to be called Squaresoft, which is now renamed to Square Enix. But Square Enix covers Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, and coming here just really brings me back to my days of playing Final Fantasy all the way to Final Fantasy X and all the Kingdom Hearts games. And it's just, I don't know how I can explain it, but it's just a really good way to bring back memories. So you can get all the cool stuff, anime merchandise. So if you're an anime fan, you should definitely come to the Akihabara. I am here at the Tokyo Metropolitan Tower, located off of the Shinjuku Station. One cool thing about coming to the Tokyo Metropolitan Tower is that there is an observation deck that takes you all the way to the 45th floor. And the best part is it's free. So you don't have to worry about if you have to pay extra to go to the top of the tower and have a great view of the city of Tokyo. So this is something you don't want to miss out on if you want to have a good view. I am here at the Meiji Jingu Temple, located off of Harajuku Station in Tokyo. This is one of the main spots. As you can see, in Japan, Shintoism and Buddhism are their main religions. So in this case, there are multiple shrines. This is one of the main shrines in the Tokyo metro area. So it is a hit or miss if you have to pay for the tickets to get in, but it is a hit or miss on whether you have to pay to get in or not. but thankfully I managed to get in for free. But just want to let you know, in order to respect the culture, you have to go to the fountains, you follow the signs before you enter in the shrines. It's really cool. It's definitely worth coming in to check out one of their main shrines. So behind me are all the prayer requests toward the deities in the Meiji Jingu Shrine. So if you look at all the tablets, the small wooden tablets, each of them contains of the prayers. Now, if you do plan to do it, just want to let you know, they're going to ask you to contribute 500 yens. But when you do the prayers, it doesn't go toward your deities or your god. It goes toward the deities or spirits in the Meiji Jingu Shrine. So I'm just giving you an information about that if you plan to do it. All right, so I want to welcome you to one of the popular spots in Tokyo. It is called Osaka. So Osaka is known not just for the Senjoji Temple, but it's also known for their markets, which I'm going to show you in some of the clips. So this is definitely one of the popular tourist spots you don't want to miss out whenever you come to Tokyo. All right, so standing behind me is the Sensoji Temple, which is a Buddhist temple. This is one of the famous Buddhist temples in Tokyo. So as you can see, you'll see a bunch of local Japanese. They would go in outfits such as kimonos. So this is part of showing respect to Buddha. So I'm going to show you some of the clips as I go inside the Sensoji Temple. All right, so behind me is the main entrance to the Sensoji Gate. There are multiple entrances and exits at the Sensoji Temple perimeter, but this here is the main one. This gate is called the Hazamon Gate. So it's definitely worth coming in to see the architecture of this place. All right, so behind me is the main part of the Sensoji Temple. This is where people worship Buddha, and you got to go closer to see it. But this is where people put their money. People give to Buddha by giving money instead of items. So this is a very interesting part about coming to Japan, is that instead of giving by food or an item, they give by money. All right, so I'm here at one of the spots in Osaka. This is one of the, behind me, if you ever go past the Sensoji Temple, it is a market row. This is really cool because not only you get to get souvenirs, but they have multiple stores such as the clothings and food as well. So if you're into shopping, this is definitely the place to go. I am here at part of the Imperial Palace East Gardens. One cool part about coming here is how very nature this place is. So it's not just forests and all that stuff, but it also has small ponds, because in Japan, nature is their thing. And if you're a nature person, regardless of your beliefs or religion, Japan is definitely a place to go, especially if you're a nature person. So there are small ponds, you can see the guardhouses, you can see it, and coming to the forest, it feels like you're in Jurassic Park. So this is one of the cool places to come to when visiting Tokyo. As for some maneuver tips, I'm going to give you some of the maneuver tips, especially for solo travelers. So the first tip is that Japan is very safe. A woman could go out alone at night and not get attacked. That's how safe Japan is. And this is a very good spot for first-time solo travelers. So if you're first time and you're traveling alone, Japan is definitely the first place I would definitely recommend. Another tip is there are no rubbish bins on the streets. Their culture is focused on cleanliness. Look how clean this place is. You will need to carry your rubbish with you until you find an available rubbish bin. The next one is you can use either a Pasmo or Suica for public transits, convenience stores, and select restaurants. Not all restaurants. If you prefer to reload the cards by credit cards or debit cards, you will need to use the app. Otherwise, you'll need to reload the cards by cash. The next tip is you do not need to purchase pops, since many cafes and hotels offer free water using the mymizu app. And trust me, you will start to see how much you save just to fill up the water bottles or bottled waters yourself. It is worth it. The next one is the rush hour. During the week, their rush hours from 0730 to 0930, and then from 1700 to 1930 hours. So just giving you information on that. The next one is most people do not speak English. Then I would recommend you use a translate app such as Google Translate. The next one is paying cash. When you do pay cash, most of the time you do it hand to hand. But in Japan, when you pay by cash, you put in the small tray and then they give you a change in a small tray. So do not be surprised about that. Also, last is recommended foods. So I definitely recommend takoyaki, okonomiyaki, curry with soba, ramen with gyozas, and sushis.